Hey everybody, welcome back. We are getting ready to do another record. I know you guys are like, oh no, not another record. But the reason why, well, part of the reason why I was doing all those other records was so that I could get some practice using the new technique to try not to ruin the label. And I think we've got it. Now, that being said, I'll probably jinx myself and I've probably ruined this record. But what we've got is the Beatles, and it's their A Hard Day's Night album. And he had it in the paper sleeve and then in a plastic sleeve to protect it. And I thought, oh my gosh, you don't want me to do this record 4 o'clock. But there is some damage on it. There are scratches and stuff. And then the back side of the label has pen marking on it. So it's not as pristine as I thought it was. And I didn't realize that until tonight when I was getting ready to do it because I've been super nervous about doing it and I probably didn't need to be. So, all of that being said, we are doing this for a friend. It's a commission piece for him, and he didn't tell me what colors he wanted or what design. He said he'd leave it up to me. So, what I'm going to do is, if you can see the rings that are there, and the rings themselves are in the colors of that yellow ochre and the white, and it just makes an arch. Then we have red, white, black, the ochre yellow I was saying, and then this blue. So the colors I'm going to use, and I'm going to do a dirty cup ring pour for the design. And that's why I practiced the ring pour with that other one. And I decided the rings were too defined. I didn't want them quite that defined. So we're going to do this as a dirty cup ring pour. And the colors we're using are Amsterdam Oxide Black, Amsterdam Carmine, Amsterdam Titanium White, Amsterdam Deep Gold. And then, and another reason I had to put it off is I had run out of my Carmine. So I had to get more, and I've been stocking up on paint and didn't realize I didn't have any of the Carmine. So I quickly ordered that. But, and then the blue is a combination of Amsterdam Brilliant Blue and Amsterdam Turquoise Blue. So I tried to get it as close to this as possible. It's not exact. I don't know how it's going to dry, so we'll see when it dries. But that's what we've got. If you hear noises in the background, that is because I've got the washer going. Anybody who's been following me on Discord, kind of on Blue Sky. I had been trying to catch a mama and her 3 kittens. I finally caught them last night, but in the meantime, the tomcats sprayed the soft carriers that I had. So I've got them going through a sanitation cycle right now. All right, I think that's it. Let me get everything into a cup so I can go ahead and pour and spin. Okay. I've got way too much paint in the cup, but I did put either a layer of black or a layer of white in between each of the colors. So you will notice that pattern. And then it's 2 layers of each set. So, all right, here we go. tried to avoid the drop and I did the drop anyhow. I'm going to torch first, then spin. All right, let's see what we've got. I lost the red as we got further inside. It's all right here, and that's what I'm trying to open up. The bubbles are what's causing those lines. I think the problem is that red is going to dry too dark and I've got too much white comparatively. It didn't turn out exactly as I wanted. So let's put it all in a split cup and do it that way. We won't need as much paint, just enough to push to the edges. The good news is I do have it taped down. It's about time after all these times I've messed up stuff, right? It takes me a while to learn my lesson. Okay. Now this part will be missing. It didn't turn out the way I expected it to, but I kind of like this. Kind of like the fingers coming out and curling. So we're going to let this dry and then take a look at it with the center out and see if we like it. And if we like it, we'll take a picture, show it to him, see if he likes it, and go from there. I have no idea how we got that cell. Probably the same way we got that cell and that cell, but I don't know how we got them. And we got dots for the white as well, which is interesting. All right, let's bring you in for a closer look. Okay, since I don't know which side is top and which side is bottom, we're just starting where it's facing me. Moving over clockwise. And I'm not going to worry about the middle since the middle will be going away anyhow. So that's pretty much what the record's going to look like if it dries nicely. So if everybody agrees on everything, here is a dry picture. Thank you all for joining me on this one. I'll see you on the next one, which is probably going to be a record. Bye.